I'm Steve Jones from Redgate Software and SQL Server Central. And what I want to show you is I've got this Redgate Data Modeler system, and I want to show you how this might integrate with SQL Compare in my database. So if I look at this model, just look at this, it'll pop it open. You can see I've got a few tables in here, nothing magic. I was just kind of experimenting with the model. And what I wanted to do was get this into a database. So I've got this database here that I created, and it's already created, so I don't need this. But if we look at the database, you'll see there's nothing in it, right? So SQL stat registration, there's nothing in tables. So I want to try to use SQL Compare. So that's the wrong one. What we want is SQL Compare 16 to pop up. Okay. That's what we need, 16. And the reason is that in 16, I have this option for Redgate Data Modeler Preview. Okay, and here, let's set this to my other database, and we'll say this is the SQL stat registration. That's my target. So I want to get my model. So when I'm switching over to the model, right, and trying to get that, where is it at here? In my settings, so if I'll come here to settings, you notice this integration with the API token. So I'm going to enable this. I'm going to copy the token, and then I'll have to disable it later because you've all seen my token now. Whoops. Let's put it there. That's my token, right? I didn't need this over here, SQL stat there. And then I see it have two models, right? And that model is in this folder. I've made SQL stat registration there. So now it looks like I can compare. So if I compare these, SQL Compare is going to run, and it's going to say, hey, there's 7 objects in the model, right? This is my model, and no objects in the database. So let's deploy these. I'm going to deploy using SQL Compare. I'm just going to let it go. It'll generate the script. I could look through this, but I trust SQL Compare at least to do this deployment. And so once it's done, it's done this deployment. Now it says everything is matching. And if I were to come over here and refresh this, I have my tables. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns in here. And then if I were to go over here and look at this document, at the event table, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns there that seem like they match the items that I had there. So I've been able to make this change and deploy out my model. Now I haven't adjusted any of these objects. That's in the next post. I will change the model and see if I can deploy changes, but at least now you've seen how I can go from a Redgate data model through SQL Compare to get changes deployed to a SQL Server database. I'm Steve Jones for SQL Server Central and Redgate Software.